17.
I think the laws across the country have been changing for prisoners in terms of realizing that they probably can rehabilitate and be productive members of society. And my brother and I certainly feel that we would be very productive in terms of realizing that they probably can rehabilitate and be productive members of society. And my brother and I certainly feel that we would be very productive in terms of realizing that they probably can rehabilitate and be productive members of society. And my brother and I certainly feel that we would be very productive in terms of members of society and continue to help in the areas that we started helping in prison. But those are decisions that we made by other people, so we're hopeful.
Avenel State Prison, Avenel, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
What's going, Joey?
Hey, Robert, how's it going? Thank you for joining us.
All righty. Thank you. Thank you for having me. So, is Karen online?
Yes, she is.
I am, but you can't hear me.
All right. Hello, Karen.
She said hi, but you can't hear me. And she's dancing around. She's happy.
Oh, she's happy?
She is happy.
What's she happy about?
Robert's on the line. That's what she's happy.
Yeah,
she's happy
I'm
that you're
here
here with
this time.
us. She wasn't here last time. Robert, you're
Okay, I'm happy you're here with us.
you're our good friend.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So
I appreciate that.
yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Kind of the second actually official episode with the new name change, and you said you like it.
Yeah, Daily Horizons, right?
Yes.
That's a very great name. Who came up with it? Both of you together?
Sure. Yes, we agreed upon it. I hate to say this, and I hate to admit it. It was ChatGPT.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But we did a lot of filtering. It was like a month, right, Sharon? It took us a month to
Yeah.
a lot of filtering, and we wanted like the deadly duo, but it's taken, you know.
Every name we wanted
Okay.
was already taken.
Well, anyways, this is Robert Bardo from Avenel, California, Fresno, California. Pleased to join you, both Jacques Temple and Sarah McQuillan, on the Daily Horizons podcast. I know there's recent news about the Eric Menendez and Juan Menendez parole hearing, so I thought we might talk a little bit about that. What do you think?
I agree. Excellent topic. It's the
Absolutely.
topic of the day. Do you have personal experiences with
Okay.
them to start with? Have you met any of them?
Well, back
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Of course.
this was roughly around late 1990, the Men's Central Jail in Los Angeles on, I think it's 441 Bache Street, and near downtown LA. I was at the LA County Central Men's Jail with them, which opened in the 1960s, early 1960s. But anyways, I was with them around 1990 after they got first arrested. The staff was talking about them, but I didn't know who they were. They would be ahead of me. They were wearing their blue jumpsuits, and they were chained up together. And when we're going down the escalators, which didn't work, I think we walked down them, and they were ahead of me. But occasionally they would look at me, and they were snickery amongst each other, like they're laughing and very conceited. That was my impression of them, but I didn't know who they were until I moved into High Power, which was Module 3100, back in from October 1990 to January 15th of 92. And Juan Menendez was in the bottom row at the towards the back. And these were single-man cells with bars on them. And he had court orders for just about everything. I mean, this guy was, Leslie Everson as his attorney. And, well, anyway, she had a Playboy from March 1991 float around the pier. And I eventually got it. And that's when I finally read about their case, because their case was in it, the March 1991 Playboy. And in the picture, it shows two shotgun shells. One's on the ground and one's above, and there's like blood, and it's like red shotgun shells. It looks like a drawing, color drawing. And then it told their story about how they were from New Jersey and that they're Cuban American.
Wow.
And I told about the relationship between the father, Jose, and the mother, how they met. And it was just told the whole life story, and then it told about the murders, and I think it spoke about the therapist who Eric Menendez spoke to, which was recorded. And then it also spoke about the way they spent that money, all that money from the inheritance on the different things that they spent it on. And so I would see Lyle Menendez when we'd go on attorney visits, or we'd go on regular visits, and every time we went to anywhere, he'd always stop at the watch commander's office to pick up his toupee. He's the older brother, the one that you see bald-headed in the current mugshot.
Yeah.
And he had a quarter to get a toupee. So when you see him in court with the full set of hair, that's a toupee on top. And then his curly-haired brother, younger brother, was in a separate place. But I would see him in the attorney room, and there were small little privacy booths that you could see through and into. And I would see them meet up with their attorney, Leslie Emerson, the blonde-haired female attorney that's famous for representing them back in the early 1990s. It's like he would always get his three-way phone calls, which was on a paid telephone, collect calls, which was at the end of the tier. All inmates on the tier had 15-minute three-way time. And he was always got his towards the end of the night. And that was, he was living the life in the other kind of jail as far as having court orders for everything. He was treated like a special case in there. And we're in the protective custody area, which is called K10. We wore a red wristband, plastic wristband that had our state numbers and names on them, like the LA County numbers. And it's called K10, K-10. That meant keep away, which was protective custody back then. And then I saw Lyle Menendez, the older one, at New Creek State Prison, where he was inmate advisory council representative, and he wasn't very good. He was like the liaison between the inmates and the prison administration, and he did not, in my opinion, do a very good job. So all these accomplishments that I'm hearing that he did at Donovan Prison near San Diego shocked me, because he wasn't seemed like much of an achiever at New Creek State Prison back between 2000 and 2010. So that surprised me. And but when he was at New Creek State Prison, he played soccer with the Pisces on the yard. He liked playing soccer, and he was in shape. So I didn't talk too much to him, but I did I let him borrow some of my CDs, and he borrowed some of mine. I borrowed his Billy Joel Greatest Hits CD. He had that, so I borrowed that. And what other ones I borrowed from him, but he said he didn't like cassette tapes. So that struck me, was that he didn't want to borrow any cassette tapes because he didn't like them. It seemed like they're beneath him. That was my impression. But I didn't know too much, but I know he got the USA Today. Oh, and he told me that he didn't like all the people writing him. He didn't like, or he was very selective on who wrote him. He wasn't into all the fan mail and stuff that he was getting at that time, and he didn't seem to be too particularly impressed with it. And that was when he was separated from his brother, Eric Menendez, because that's when the judge ordered them that they never be at the same prison. Until that changed about 10 years ago. So they both went to Donovan, President Richard J. Donovan. I think that's a level 2 at the at that prison near San Diego. Well, they're both together. I don't know if they're in the same building, but they're
good question.
Now closer together. So
I wanted the same thing. I'm not sure if they see each other out in the yard. If they're not, I mean, are yards usually separate per division, or is it all one?
There's separate yards, but I think there's only 2 yards there, because I think that level 2 is separate from the main Richard J. Donovan prison, which is level 4 and level 3.
Yeah,
I think the level 2 is a newly additional area. There's like 2 yards there. I think they're on the same yard. And I'm assuming someone would have to look that up. But their parole hearing, that they were, they got family members and their attorneys saying that it was rigged. But it wasn't rigged. If it was rigged by them, because they're the ones that got the prison infractions. they're definitely minimizing their prison infractions of the cell phone because that's very, very serious. Most guys get between 3 to 5 years to out just on that alone. So they're lucky that that's all they got was a 3-year denial for both of them.
It might
Because
even
Lauman had had 2.
yeah, and it might even be a full 3 years. It could be. I was read as soon as I think I have another hearing as little as 18 months, and they can go into review up to 120 days.
Yeah, but it'll be under a different governor because it won't be under Newsom. But Newsom still has the option if he wants to grant him clemency.
Yep.
I don't know if he will, but he might want to wait after all this, the governor, the next election, and this redistricting thing, Proposition 50 in California, which is going to redistrict.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Going to redistrict California's House seats to compete with the Republicans in the state of Texas. So he may not want to alienate any voters by doing anything that seems to be showing favoritism for the Menendez brothers.
That would be smart.
So that passes in November. Yeah, so he's going to be very prudent, I assume. And because these are dangerous guys for people with the center-left political beliefs, because Donald Trump is like steamrolling stuff through. And the Democrats are at each other's, they're at war with each other, and they're not unifying to defeat them because they got the midterms coming up, and they need to be more unified. So I think it's very good that Gavin Newsom is doing the Proposition 50. I want to tell people in California to vote yes on Proposition 50 in November because that's going to protect our rights, and it's going to help us compete against the Republicans who want to take, try to take us backwards. I support abortion rights, and I support the cancer research, and I support environmental stuff, and prison reform, and I support the food SNAP programs and the Medicaid and Medicare. So I want those to be protected, and I fully support Gavin Newsom on what he's doing. And so I urge people to vote yes on Proposition 50 coming up. But back to the Menendez brothers, I think it's best that they stop criticizing the full board, and that they focus on their own personal responsibilities, because
I agree.
That makes them look like they're in denial and they're minimizing what they've done. And so they need to take responsibility and stop blaming others.
Sharon and I both agree.
That's my personal opinion.
No, we agree.
How
about some of the reasons that? So I think Eric was. I think it was like a 10-hour hearing that he had, and I think maybe Lyle was about 11. And some of the things, at least for Lyle, is some of the cons is that they still struggle with antisocial personality disorders or traits. They still have deception, right? Rule breaking, as you mentioned, with having the contraband phones, but they did say, I'm going to quote, I forget the parole hearing lady's name, as do not have hope, as this is not the end for them. I'm not surprised that they were denied. Sharon was, though, and I think right.
I was surprised, yes, but I didn't know about all these infractions and their behavior.
She didn't know about the infractions that you're advising us of, so that might
I do now,
because they usually 5 years clean. 5 years clean is 5 to 7 years clean with no infractions. And they just Eric got his in January 2025, and Lyle, the older one, got his in November 2024, and again in March 2025. So that's really bad.
No, that's not good. I mean,
I might get you to read this out.
Yeah, so lucky they only got a 3-year denial, because when they got these recent infractions, that's why they opened up to our past stuff. There's still a pattern, what they call a nexus, and so they can use their stuff from like 30 years ago, or go back even further because of their recent write-ups. That opens the door for them to explore everything about their criminality, to say that this shows a pattern, and there's a nexus, a connection, that's why they were talking about all the old stuff. Because once they got the recent write-ups, that opened the door. So it wasn't rigged. If it was rigged, it was rigged by the Menendez brothers because they're bad conduct, and they rigged themselves. they sabotage themselves. So,
we agree.
if they can do that there, they can. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, we agree. And Sharon actually found a good statement. So
You have 60 seconds remaining.
we'll wait until you come back before. But no, we got Sharon. She found a piece of information that's going to tie into what you're saying. I think it's going to fit nicely. And then also maybe we can give some opinions on their admitting, guilt of what they did, and if they have any true, I can't say innocence because they obviously unalive their parents, but
They're not
their
innocent.
motive.
Yes.
Right. But we'll talk about that when
you
we call it back.
This is Mark.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to call you right back.
Okay.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. While we're waiting for the call, I'll get you to read this out to Robert because he can't hear me, so it's pointless me saying it. So you can be my voice.
I'll be your voice.
Yes.
Anytime, Sharon. I will speak on your behalf. I will.
Are you
make
going
sure
to squeak? Make it feminine.
I can't. My kids say they asked that the other day, like, how low can you get your voice? I'm like, I can't. I mean, or high. Ain't.
Hi. Yeah.
No, man.
I don't know how low I can go. How low can you go?
I think of Austin Powers. You've seen those movies, right?
Oh, yes.
And it was like, lower, lower. How's this, baby? Like, how do you say? Yeah. Silly stuff.
Yep. Yep.
This is Global Tellink. You have a prepaid call from
Bardo.
an incarcerated.
I almost thought it wasn't Robert for a minute. Wouldn't that be funny?
Fresno State Prison,
Tina
Fresno,
Monroe.
California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored
You never
and
know.
recorded.
Be somebody else.
Call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now.
Beep.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hey.
All right, can you, this is Robert Bardo calling back from Avalon, California, Central California, Avalon State Prison, FBI, Building 610. All right, can you guys repeat those questions that you wanted me to comment on?
Oh, yeah, no, actually, I had a statement that Sharon found for us, and since you can't hear, I'm just going to read this off. So in Eric's case, the parole commissioner, Robert Bardo, said that the main reason for his denial was not the killings themselves, but that the Menendez, their behavior in prison, as you're mentioning to us. Barton rejected the notion that he had been a model prisoner. He's saying, no, he hasn't. He cited Menendez's involvement in fights, drug use, and even tax fraud scams linked to a gang, right? So no, he has not been a model prisoner.
Yeah, and it's the thing about that is like I said, the recent write-up opened the door for all that to happen.
Yeah,
because they basically it works like this: they want to know who you were then and who you are now, and what's the difference. And when he got this recent write-up, that opened the door for them to mention all this stuff in the past, and to show that when he got the recent write-up, so that that the all that rehabilitation stuff, it doesn't. Although it's good, it's not enough. They got still underlying things that they need to address, along with the deception, manipulation, minimization, and just being the rule breaking, because I believe that can transfer to society if they don't address that now. So they're giving them a chance now, and what they're likely to do is they're going to go to more self-help groups, and they got to maybe talk to their counsel, to the therapist and mental health. But they need to address that, and they need to explain themselves, and they got to stop blaming the parole board or stop blaming, the sexual abuse. They need to focus on what they did wrong in prison and stop making excuses. Right. Just make it clear. They need to condemn it. They need to condemn their actions, and then show what they're going to do when they face it the next time. Because simply making up excuses and pretending it shows that they're in denial.
They're in denial, and I think it's really premature because they've barely started to admit fault and taking responsibility for their actions too, right? It's not like it's been 10 years. I think it's been within last year. So
yeah,
just to me, it's kind of like, sure, we'll since we're going to be able to, we had our sentence changed. Is it now 50 to life is what was changed with the chance of parole instead of just life in prison? So, yeah, that would make anyone say, sure, yeah, I did it. And now I have a chance to come out. Yeah, I'll admit to it. I mean, they were saying that someone said that I think it was, I don't remember her name. It was actually Julie Garland who said that their remorse is genuine, which I think the other parole officer said it doesn't seem to be. They appear to be a model inmate, but that's contradictory to what the other one said. So they're at least for maybe for they're saying Lyle, and I think it's us. Me personally, I think it's weird that the older brother is. But I guess maybe because he's older, and as Sharon said, or would you say, Sharon?
That he was about the crimes itself, because he was the older brother. He felt guilty that his younger brother was subjected to the assaults from his father, and took it upon himself to rectify the situation.
Sharon believing that,
but it wasn't himself. Yeah,
he took the role as the older brother to rectify the situation and take responsibility for it. Even though that you would think that Eric was, the supposed victim of the sexual assault.
Lyle was the victim.
Oh, was it Lyle, the older brother?
Well,
Eric's the older brother. Lyle's the younger.
First, and then he says that the mother sexually abused him.
Okay.
But the thing is that right now they need to get out of trouble and do the groups to address what they were talking about. Before they can file for the 18-month thing, they need a proof. If they get another write-up, that's go through. They'll get a 5-year denial or even a 7-year denial next time. So they need to definitely stay out of trouble and follow the prison rules, both of them. So
you think
that's what they're watching.
From your experience, do you think they will? Do you think this put them set into a reality of what could and could not happen in the next 3 years?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm surprised that they broke the rules this time, considering what they're going through, fighting to get released.
Right.
I mean, that was really stupid, but these guys are known to be very stupid, like their accomplishments. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's not just the rule breaking with Lyle. It's
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Traits. That needs to be worked on before he ever gets released.
Sharon speaking. When we paused like that, and then the recording rudely cut her off.
Of course it did. Repeat for me, Jeff.
Okay.
I didn't. Would you say, Sharon? I couldn't hear over the recording. She's going to say it again.
Okay, just that they need to work on other stuff as well as breaking rules in prison, because Lyle has a antisocial traits, so he needs to work on that.
So yeah, Sharon said including working on being a model prisoner, Lyle needs to work on his antisocial traits, which means
absolutely
not getting along with others. Essentially, it ties into being deceptive. You think antisocial is not because he's just hanging out playing, marbles in the corner by himself. He's just not getting along with his fellow inmates.
He needs to take denial management, and he needs to take a CGA, Criminal Gang Members Anonymous 12-step group. Yes, there's plenty of programs he just needs to do, and he can even do it by correspondence. And there's even things on the tablet he could take. But he's staying out of trouble. Him and his brother, that's so important for them.
Right.
They're going to really get it.
Because
they're going to get further denial. Yeah.
If they were truly model prisoners, this could be, or could have been, or hopefully will be a good hope for those even like yourself to be able to get out with parole that deserve to have a second chance.
Yeah.
Who is being a model prisoner and taking all these courses for self-help, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And those regulations, if you check the CDCR website, were you able to check
not yet,
on the new commutation rules?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, we could use that as the next topic to talk about next time when that comes up.
Yes.
When we talk again, because I think they just came out, so we'll be able to talk about them.
Yeah.
Okay. I know Sharon was doing some stuff on she wrote a book called Two-Way Fear about the William Bonnet case.
Yes.
And I was listening to sharing in a text about the case in Texas that's very similar. I want you to ask her if she remembers, does she know what I'm talking about that Texas case where the guy named Dean Cole was the William Bonnet of Texas from 1970 to 73.
Oh.
She's thinking.
Oh, I vaguely know of it, but I haven't had a chance to research it.
She vaguely does, as myself. She hasn't had a chance to research, but I think that could be another good conversation and comparison, especially with her vast knowledge and all things Bonin, right? So,
because that's. So anyway, if you look at the text that I sent her recently, is past few texts I sent her. You can use that information to look up the stuff. So in case you want to look at that.
yeah.
And then there's another guy who's like William Bonnet in California. I don't know if you've heard of him. His last name was Kraft, and he's 80 years old at
Randy Kraft.
Prison, and he's like the William Bonnet also.
Hey, I have a story for you since you mentioned Kraft. Okay. I talked to him on the app. Okay. And we just talk about music, really. He doesn't like to talk a whole lot, and definitely not about his crimes, which is cool. And he has a new website out. So my second cousin reached out to me. He goes, "Hey, did you know?" And I don't know how he knows I know Kraft, but did you know that your uncle used to hang out as kids with Kraft? And they would have campouts in the backyard. I said, "Let me ask him." He's all, "What?" So let me ask Kraft. I talked to Kraft. So yeah, Kraft actually goes, "If you go to my website, I have 2 pictures of your uncle on there." So which I have, which is crazy. So yeah, they grew up together. I think they did Boy Scouts. They went to school. They were kind of almost like, I don't want to say best friends, but that was kind of weird.
Buddies, yeah.
Buddies.
Yeah, because that guy did like 60. They called him the scorecard killer or something like that, and he's got like 60 victims. Yeah, and he's 80 years old, and yeah, I never even. I saw it on the on one of the apps, news and sports app. So yeah, I didn't hear.
They're back in the news as far as there was a new documentary out on, I forget which channel. It was the Freeway Killers, essentially. It was Patrick Kearney, Randy Kraft, and Bill Bonin, all 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming back up in documentaries. So it's.
Yeah, and then G. Cole was killed in 1973 he was the main perpetrator by that guy, Elmer Wayne Henley Jr., who's at that prison in Texas, Telford Unit in Bowie County, Texas. And he's like 69 years old, and he goes to the parole board, but he keeps getting denied. But there's a new investigation discovery documentary. It's called Serial Killer's Apprentice. It's on investigation discovery and also streams on HBO Max. So I'm urging if you guys can watch it and you can stream it to Sharon so she can watch it. The case happened from 70 to 73 in Texas around Houston. And so it'd be interesting to true crime case to look up. And she can also look up that zombie hunter case too, if she wants to also.
I sent him a letter.
Figure she might be.
Yeah, I sent him a letter.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I'm curious on his side and his current state of mind. We'll see if I get a reply.
I've yet to write.
Okay.
Because he's in Tucson.
Florence, Tucson?
At least the mailing address was. Yeah, is he either in Florence or is he?
Okay.
Because there's a few guys. There's Chuck Reinhardt, if I'm saying his name, is in Tucson. Ricky Wasnarn, also known as Rooster, used to be there, but he's in Florence now.
Yeah, because I'm in unit at Florence is the death row.
Yeah, Brian Miller, it's a PO box at Tucson, so I don't know if he's there or if they scan it. But
They'll probably scan it.
They probably scan it,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Did you see how that Brian Kohlberger is suffering in his Idaho prison?
Yes.
And he's
yeah.
That's really good. That's actually, now I'm thinking about it, that's even better than death row because now he can really suffer for decades.
Yeah,
so that's probably dead.
He filed a complaint for sexual harassment. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I saw that. And not getting his proper amount of food. He did a grievance on not getting his, they were stealing your food. Yeah.
If he doesn't stay isolated, he's not going to survive. but he, yeah, I can't believe what he did. It was horrible. And apparently there's on YouTube, there's some police footage when they first came upon the scene, but it's all blurred out as it should be, right? But I can't bring myself to watch it. But apparently, yeah, it's just the atmosphere was horrid what they came across, because it wasn't there two survivors of that.
Yeah,
like it was. I think it was
something like that. Yeah, I can't watch that type of stuff.
No, oh no.
Yeah,
No, we were into true crime, but yeah, there's a lot of things that I can't, especially when it's so new and involves youth. It's in general. I'd like to discuss the psychological effects of prevention for it. Not really want to know, like, no, we're not gore hounds. I'll go watch Freddy Krueger or Jason for my gore fix, right? Keep it fantasy.
Yeah, I'm not into gore either.
No.
Yeah, I'm not into gore either.
No.
Yeah, so.
And you're on a you're on a good path, right? You're on a good bill of health, and you haven't had any violations in forever.
Since 2005.
That's
2005.
Yeah.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have 60 seconds remaining.
You get a chance to look up her information and send it to me. Okay, do you want me to call back or what do you want?
I think we're good. I think we put the nail in this coffin. We're good on it.
Okay. All right, whenever you get a chance, send me a copy of that information when you get a chance to look at it.
Yes.
And when you guys send me pics, don't do it on Sunday or Monday because the other days are better. Okay, bye, Sharon. Have a good one, Sharon. I'll think of you. And thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it.
We appreciate
it. Everybody out there.
Sharon says bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye. This is Robert Bardo from Avenel, California. Say bye. Okay. Bye.
Adios. Have a good one.
Adios. Bye.
All right. That was good. He definitely has the best insight. He and I have been talking about that, as with you. When I say I should say we, because I think we all get similar messages from Robert.
We do.
Very intelligent guy, very, very nice man. And despite,
despite his crime.
Yeah.
But no, he seems to be very on top of the goings on with court cases and regulations and new updates on policies.
Yes, I think he has a good teacher, and I know he does teach, I think, gang violence classes.
Yeah.
In there, he's a big part of GRIP. I think he would be. So as far as if someone to argue if Robert Bardo should be released, I think he has a great attribution to the criminal system. Mm-hmm. He knows what happens on the inside. He knows. He studied current cases. He's always up. He's always telling me, look up the certain law. With the clemency law with Newsom. So he's he
gives me an abundance of homework. I can't keep up.
No, yeah, he's awesome topics. So I think this is. I love having Robert back on. I'm glad that he's doing interviews again. And he likes our new name. I dig it.
Yep.
This is part where we're supposed to say, can you please like and subscribe? Or are you supposed to say please, or are you supposed to demand it? You have to be assertive?
We'll be polite. Please.
Please,
sir.
Please, so some more likes.
Please subscribe.
That's do you got anything else?
Nah, if you like it, subscribe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we got Metal
Cross Radio.
Metal Cross with the K.
Metal Cross Radio. Yes.
Coming up September 4th. We're going to be on there too. Audio. Support that. I think big things for the channel.
Absolutely.
Thank you for listening.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently you guys, somebody out there really digs that Rooster episode. That thing is blowing up. So keep it going. He'll be back on. And he's ready to sell. Maybe I have one, maybe I have two or three. I don't know. But I have some things of his to sell. It goes towards his family. Don't worry. All right. Well, this is Jeff with
Sharon. Me or Shazza. You can call me Shazza.
Shazza, or according to your Stiggle.
Stiggle, yes. My Stiggle. That's because I forgot. I stopped typing. It was too long. I was going to put my email address in and I just gave up. So now I'm Stiggle.
What if you read it backwards? Was it Giltz?
Glitz.
Glitz.
No, Glit.
All right, Glitz.
Glit.
Nice joining us.
No. That's-
Is that slang in Australia for something? Is that not good?
No. Oh dear. No.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
My name is Lyle Menendez. I've been in prison for 26 years. I am the kid that did kill his parents, and no river of tears has changed that, and no amount of regret has changed it.